Hi everyone, welcome back to Super Metroid. Last time we defeated Ridley, but we couldn't rescue the infant Metroid. Also, I did a quick checkup on the items I've got. 230 missiles is indeed the maximum, which means I do have 100% items, which means we are really ready to face off against the final boss and finally rescue that silly infant Metroid, which is totally smaller than me and super tiny. Yep, so now we gotta go over here. Atmospheric area. Back to the boss room. The statue boss room. And then the eyes explode. And the statues themselves turn gray somehow. Did they have something inside of them? It appears they did. Some kind of soul, I guess. Anyway, in case you missed the thing with Dragon on its forehead, you can see that there's some kind of weird skull right here. Human-ish skull. So creepy. This takes like 30 seconds, in case any of you are wondering. It's really frustrating. Like, right now it should have started crumbling these blocks, but takes like an extra 5 seconds for some reason. Anyway, I better prep up that ice beam because we're gonna be fighting you-know-whats very soon. Oh, and be careful about which save point you save in here. One of the save points will actually block you from coming back. And if you don't have enough energy tanks to get out, or rather survive one of the final boss's attacks, you will be unwinnable situation. You're screwed. Congratulations. Those are actual Metroids, in case you're wondering. You can tell because they actually look threatening. They're slower than I remembered, though. I guess I was looking at some hacks too often. Some hacks make the Metroid super fast. Like, crazy fast. But of course, the only reason they make them super fast is because players know about the danger about if they get caught by the Metroid. It's hard to get them off of you after all. Oh, I do want to mention though, these Metroids, they are vulnerable to the power bombs. You can't defeat them in one power bomb, but you can slowly damage them with it. See? But that might be unintentional. So, who knows? Still, it's worth considering. These Metroids in Super Metroid, they were in fact vulnerable to power bombs. Also, Rinkas, those exist. They're much easier to deal with than in the original Metroid, though. Despite the fact that they're bigger. Mostly because we control ourselves better. Anyway, these annoying things again. Oh my goodness, I cannot damage this one. Even the charge beam won't affect it. See? Screw attack just goes right through it, although thankfully it makes me invincible against them as well. So we can't do anything against those enemies. How lame. Oh goodness, another Terizo, except he's already dead. Turned into sand. I wonder where we saw that effect before. Actually, I think this game introduced this effect, where stuff turns to sand after it's been consumed by a Metroid. Oh no, this thing! How am I gonna defeat it? Well, guess what? I don't have to. That Metroid will take care of it. I guess you could say this Metroid is super. Anyway, now the Metroid's got us. Oh, goodness gracious. It's draining my health really quickly. Now, here's the thing, though. If you're good, you can get all the way to the other end and escape without the Metroid catching you. But you're clearly intended to get caught by that Metroid. Because, you know, show and tell. That Metroid recognizes you as its parent. Because, you know, it recognizes you from when you first encountered it when it was young. That's why it spared you at the absolute last health. Thankfully, you don't have to fight any enemies on your way over to here. Also, you still had your reserve tanks. In case you're wondering, no, you cannot damage that Super Metroid. It's too strong. It's kind of weird though. That, like, it was retconned later that the only way for Metroids to go into their evolutions is by being in their natural habitat, which is SR388. It's something mentioned in Fusion, I believe. But it still felt weird for me for a Metroid to just grow that big, you know? Then it was later retconned that that Metroid is it's got the genetic makeup to become a queen, but we don't talk about Metroid Other M now, do we? That save point up there, you saved there, you're not getting out of Torian. Just one last warning. Anyway, we're here now. These things again. Annoying things. Use supers. Well, it's a little different this time, you know? But see, the thing is, with the advanced controls we got from Super, we don't get pushed around as much as we did in the original, original Metroid. You know, how I got 2 game overs. Okay, I'm just gonna use my regulars for this. Mother Brain, I don't know how you're alive again, considering you blew up at details. I wonder if Metroid Samus Returns is gonna try to explain that. Oh, this is how Mother Brain got revived. She looks a bit different though this time. Kind of looks like a head and not just a brain. Well, didn't take as many missiles this time. Is that an eye? Yes, it is. It's kind of a shame how goofy Mother Brain looks in the Other M cinematic. Like, seriously. because it gave her a pupil, or iris. In the Super Nintendo version, it feels as though her eye has no iris, and therefore it's in a very zombie-like state. And much more creepier, and therefore much creepier. Anyway, you basically have to hurt Mother Brain so that she starts getting irritated at your attempts at struggling against her. She does have a powerful hand slap attack that deals a whole energy tank worth of damage. That's cool. See? Anyway, after a while, she starts getting tired of your shenanigans and uses her most powerful attack, the Rainbow Beam. See, Mother Brain, she believes in gay pride. That's why she has a super powerful attack like that. Okay, no, but seriously, let's talk about the Rainbow Beam. It's actually not the Rainbow Beam. It's the Hyper Beam. And it's important to note that she can use this attack right now, the Hyper Beam. Also, I'm still standing up because I've got 5 energy tanks left. She deals 60 damage. Oh, goodness gracious, that does a lot of damage. Oh, no! I'm gonna run out of energy. Not quite. But I can no longer get up. Although, using some funny shenanigans, I could orchestrate a manner in which I could still move around, despite that. Anyway, she's about to finish this off, but then the Super Metroid saves us. The baby. Also, note how huge the baby is right now. In the cinematic, it was made much smaller. Well, I guess it's a she, considering she's got the genetic makeup to become a queen. Anyway, even Mother Brain cannot resist the power of the Infinite Metroid. Turn to dust, old grandma. Yep. And now the Metroid, she's gonna give us all of her energy. Somehow Metroids can do this. It's never been shown to happen before, but you know, she can do this. However, Mother Brain somehow survived that. However, you can see that her brain, quote unquote, has been slightly damaged. She's kind of pissed off. Still, her being able to revive like that is weird. Anyway, The Metroid is actually protecting us the way it's doing things right now. Just it's also making sure to refill all our energy too. And then it goes for one last ditch attack to reabsorb the energy from Mother Brain, but then dies. And this is important, Sakamoto. You can see that the Hyper Beam has been transferred to Samus. And Mother Brain no longer can use it against us. This is so freaking important, Sakamoto. He forgot about that. He thought that, I can't remember the specific details, but I believe he thought that the Metroid handed the Hyper Beam over to Samus. But it's actually Mother Brain that had the Hyper Beam, and the Metroid stole the Hyper Beam from Samus by absorbing Mother Brain's DNA or energy or whatever. Anyway, Mother Brain is a no-brainer. She's... oh my god, Mother Brain's a no-brainer. Yes, she's a no-brainer once you got the Hyper Beam. Too easy. Piece of cake. Just keep slamming the Hyper Beam onto her. Die! Got revenge for killing my infant, even though I didn't really care about it. Like, I only met it for like 2 minutes at most. I handed it over to some scientist. Come on, Sakamoto. Anyway, it's time to escape. Time bomb set. Yeah. Gotta do this every game from now on. Even Federation Force had this. Metroid Prime Hunters was particularly weird about it. Every time you beat a boss, you had to escape. Anyway, we could go the normal way, or we could go the cool way. Yes. Those are normal gray parts, I believe. Yes, normal gray parts. This far into the game. We can't do charge shots with the Hyper Beam. Except I think we can if we shoot before entering, transitioning to a door, and if the beam does not come out, we will actually do a charge shot, and when we finally release it, will unleash a super big beam. Unfortunately, I messed up. Anyway, I could have done a speed booster trick, but it's too late now. Lava's rising, acid's rising actually, and we gotta escape quickly. If you try to check the secrets on the sides of the doors, you're gonna find that they're kind of blocked right now, and you're not supposed to go there. Yeah, this is a no-brainer now that we've got the space jump. Well, Super Metroid, very enjoyable game, very replayable. I enjoyed it a lot. I would actually be fine playing it again. I don't think I got the best ending, but I did get 100%, which is what I was aiming for. The best ending has Samus revealing her fan service. That's what it's got. The second best ending just has Samus giving you the thumbs up, and that's so much better. You did a good job. Well done. And if you take over 10 hours, she's going to be really disappointed in you, because how is it that you can take more than 10 hours to beat this game? Well, if you're playing for the first time, I guess. Oh my god, I forgot to save the animals! Whoops! Well, who cares about those? I guess I have to show the difference. If you manage to save the animals, which is canon, there'll be a tiny dot escaping from the planet at the last second. Right after... right here. Around here, you'd see a tiny dot leaving the galaxy, showing that the animals escaped. Somehow! It's not explained how they escaped, how they were able to use some kind of spaceship or something like that, but it's acknowledged, you know. Oh wow, I did do sub 3 hours. Huh, impressive. Okay, so basically, for those wondering what I'm talking about, you all remember those animals that show me how to do the speed booster trick and wall jump trick? Even though we barely saw those things do that. Well, you can save them in the ending. It basically just involves you going off to where you fought the first Chorizo, and basically just freeing them real quickly. I'm a little sad I didn't show that, to be honest. I guess I might show some footage after I'm done with this video, just quickly showing that you can do that. Anyway, credit sequence. Samus original designer, blah blah blah. Samus designer, Tomomi Yamane. Sound program and sound effects, Kenji Yamamoto, who I believe also did the music for the Prime series. Music composers, Kenji Yamamoto, Minako Hamano. Program director, Kenji Imai. System Coordinator, Kenji Nakajima. System Programmer, Yoshikazu Mori. Samus Programmer, Isamu Kubota. It's quite a small team. Event Programmer, Mitsuru Matsumoto. Enemy Programmer, Yasuhiko Fuji. It's Fuji. Fuji? It's kind of hard to tell. Not too good with Japanese. Map Programmer, Motomu Shikaraishi. Assistant Programmer, Koichi Abe? I want to say Abe, but it's Japanese, so it's probably Abi or something like that. Coordinators, Katsuya Yamano, Tsutomu Kaneshige. Printed artwork, Masafumi Sakashita, Yasuo Inoi, Mari Kokoma, Yusuke Nakano, Shinua Asano, Noriyuki Shio, I believe. Anyway, special thanks to Dan Olsen, George Sinfield, Masaru Okada, Takahiro Harada, Kota Fukui, a whole bunch of people here, jeez. But not Miyamoto, that's for sure. And R&D1 staff. That's the team that used to work on the Metroid series. They disbanded after Zero Mission, I believe, which is why there was no longer any Metroid games for a time. It's also why Sakamoto had to look to Team Ninja and then Mercury Force to create Metroid Other M and then the upcoming Metroid Samus Returns. Is it Mercury Force or Mercury Steam? Not sure. Anyway, I got the best ending in 100%. Right? It's gonna show me right here. My rate for collecting items is 100%! Yes! Show me your moves and see you next mission. Fusion is the next game. And I am not doing 100% Fusion. I have never done Fusion with 100% items. It is painful, and I will explain why as I play that game, which I still managed to enjoy despite my misgivings with it. And the screen stays on this forever. You have to reset the game if you want to do something else. Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed this game, this series so far. And see you next time for Metroid Fusion. I think after Metroid Fusion, I'll do Metroid Zero Mission before moving on to Prime. Even though technically Prime came before Zero Mission. Okay? Hope you all enjoyed this, and all have a very nice day. Bye-bye!